Again, welcome all. So today we'll talk about conversation design quickly, briefly. This is something I've made during this week for French students, but I was thinking of sharing that with you guys because there are some tips that you can be interested in. So this will be the first project. It's kind of pizza ordering voice app. The other one will be the beginning of a project that will be split in two sessions. And it's basically using a random trivia generator, which is a website available here. Ideally, at the end, we will be able to save some user preferences and give the user some question regarding the category they choose, stuff like that. So yeah, again, today we will start to build this project all together, and we will add feature on the next session. Starting with the Domino pizza skill. What I want to show you here is first the use of the new prompt block and the way to handle that. Also use the intent to do a one-shot invocation, so we will be able to do that. Also use the command block to allow the user to, in between a conversation, to be able to jump on something else or get the information they want, even if it's not really in the conversation, in the same conversation, I should say. Don't worry if you still have some French word that, in this project. I was a bit on a rush, so we will translate that during the review of the project. The first block is a welcome block with this kind of first speak block. Welcome to Dominos Pizza. How can I help you? So again, this is an open question. So we don't want really to target the user to something. It's look, it's more natural to say that. Say you basically want to reproduce what you can have entering any pizza shop or pizza restaurant. The people will ask you, okay, how are you going? What do you want? It's just that it's less likely that they will say, okay, do you want a large pizza, a small one, a medium one, or something like that? So this is what we want to reproduce here. And yeah, by the way, we have a quick card showing the brown logo and then the prompt. The prompt will have also a reprompt, which is, I'm sorry, I didn't understand your request. So if the user didn't say, no match, sorry, if the user says something that is not handled by our intent, this will trigger this sentence. We also have no reply. So again, the no reply is when Alexa is listening for an answer or the user returns, and the answer didn't answer that within the 5 seconds. You can do a prompt or a reprompt. Here we will target or direct the user in the answer. So you can order a pizza, for example. And yeah, okay, we have a prompt. How do we catch the utterance, the user returns? Well, we are going to use an intent block. First, because it's easy, and I like the intent block, but also because this will allow you to do one-shot invocation, which means if the user asks Alexa to order a pizza in a one-shot sentences, I could say that. So, for example, yeah, let's call her her. So if you say her, ask Domino Pizza to order a large pizza with a Sprite for delivery. instead of going through all the conversation, you should just add the final prompt or final speak block saying, okay, great, you have a large pizza with a Sprite delivered in 20 minutes. And this is basically what we want. So be able to handle multiple kind of conversation. Let's say it's the first time the user used the voice app or the skill. They will tend to try to be guided during the conversation. But if it's the first time the user used the skill, they will be used to all the stuff they need to answer to Alexa. So it will be more easy for them to just use the one-shot invocation and go straight to the final result, which is ordering a pizza. And this is what we are doing with this intent. So as you can see, we are using multiple slots. We will see them in detail just after that. So you can say, the user can say a large or medium or small, but he can say, so they can say a large pizza, medium, extra. Also, they can say medium and Diet Coke, for example, for delivery. So we have the drink and a mode. Mode slot will be takeaway or delivery. We also have some variant here, one large and a Diet Coke. I want a medium for delivery, no drink. Same here. So we have a mixing of kind of utterance example where the user can just ask for a size or just ask for size in a drink or everything. So the size, the drink, and the type of the mode, delivery or takeaway. Size is required. We want to know what kind of pizza they want. And the mode also, delivery or takeaway. So if you go here, we have a prompt in case the user didn't told us what kind of or what size of pizza they want. Great, what size pizza or what pizza size? Remember about the Flanglish things. What pizza size would you like? So again, we have some iterants, and we allow that the user will answer a size, but also a delivery method if they're not already say that. That's it. No confirmation for that one. And the other one, the other required one is the delivery. Same thing. It's for delivery or to take away, and only this slot. It is for takeaway or delivery. Let's have a look. So here I'm hitting the M key on my keyboard to have access to the model view. That's a shortcut for that. So slot size, small. We have some synonyms here, tiny and kids. Medium, not too large, normal. Large, big, XXL, large one. So again, just to remember that synonyms, all those value or utterance from the user will be translated to this value. So even if the user say normal or not too large, the slot value will be medium. Drink, same thing here, Coca-Cola. So again, it's Franglish. I don't know how you guys call that. We call that Coca-Cola light. I know that you tend to use Diet Coke or stuff like that. So Diet Coke, let's just add this. And we do have Coca Zero. So, and mode is to take away and for delivery. Take away, grab, to take, delivery. I'm using to take away. We can use only delivery, for example, but for the conversation later, as we are using the value of the slot, it's make more sense to have the for delivery and to take away, just because, okay, your pizza is ready. And then if you write 2 or 4, if it's a takeaway, you will have, for example, if you choose 2, it will works fine for takeaway. let's say the value here is only takeaway, not to, or delivery, not for delivery. So in the conversation, we will have, okay, your pizza is ready to takeaway, or your pizza is ready to delivery. So I'm not an expert, but I don't think to delivery will be good. So it makes more sense, at least for me, to add the 2 and the 4 and use only the slot in the conversation. So your pizza is ready and the slot. So for delivery or to takeaway. Okay, that's for the slot. What we want to do after that is basically checking if the user, and that's why the drink slot is not required. We want to give the user we don't want to force a user to take a drink. I'm not a businessman, I know, but yeah, I don't want to force the user to take a drink. So to do that, I'm just checking if the drink slot value got something else than a 0. If it's not the case, it means that the slot is empty or has not been sent yet, so the user didn't talk about any drink. Okay, so if it's the case, we are going to this block, which is a choice block, and we're just confirming that we got large, medium, or small pizza for delivery. Do remember that size and mode are required. So if we are here, we obviously have already a size and a mode. And then we ask kindly if shall we add a drink. The user can say yes. So that's the default Amazon intent. Add a drink, it's a custom intent with add a drink. Okay, add some drink or only the slot. That's it, not required. And the else, okay, here we are saying that basically if we don't have a yes or add a drink, this is a no. You can handle that more specifically, but for this demo purpose only, we will think that the else is basically a no. And then we go to this if block, checking the mode, so the delivery or takeaway, and then speaking the corresponding answer with all the slot that we've filled. And then we're going to the end of the skill, thanks the user, saying bon appetit, and before that, just be sure to reset our slot. This is to be sure that on the next launch, we don't have slot pre-filled with previous value. That's for the case of the user doesn't want to add a drink. In the case of they are saying yes, yes is an answer to show we had a drink, but it's not helping. So we are using another speak block to say, okay, what kind of drink do you want? And we're going back to the choice block because this choice block can handle the yes, but also the kind of drink they want. So if they do answer for a drink, add a Coke, for example, Diet Coke, again, we are checking the mode, slot value, and adding the corresponding speak block. If you already spotted that, the big difference between the two is that we don't talk about drink in those because the user don't want to drink. That's the main difference. And again, we are going to this last block, the ending block, with resetting. We are resetting the slot value to 0, and thanks the user. All right. So this is the base conversation we can handle. But let's say we are right there, and here the user, instead of saying yes or how to drink, if you do remember, in the beginning I said we should try to replicate what you will have in a restaurant. And something you can ask is, oh yeah, a drink, why not? But what kind of drink do you have? And you can think that, okay, but you are not handling that. Well, we do actually right there. we have commands. And one of those is the drink command linked to the drink flow. And the utterance for that is, what do you have? What do you suggest? Or what are your drinks? Not sure is English, but what are your beverage? What drinks do you have? And because of that, even if we are in the choice block here, we are within a prompt. And if the users say one of those utterance, it will go back to the flow drink, or they will enter the flow drink, I should say. And the flow drink is a simple flow with a speak block saying what drink are available. And basically Coca, Sprite, or Diet Coke. Okay, so we have Coke, Diet Coke, or Sprite. And then, because it's a flow and we have nothing linked there, we will exit the flow and go back to where we were, and it was in the choice block. So we will have the prompt, okay, what shall we have a drink? And then the user can answer correctly, knowing what kind of drink we have. That's the same thing for the delivery, for example. Again, it's not visible in there, but when we ask for a method, so takeaway or delivery, the user can ask for opening hours, for example. Let's say they want to get the pizza from the restaurant, but they don't know when it's closing. So it's 9 p.m. They want to be sure that the restaurant is not closing in 10 minutes because they need 20 to get the pizza, for example. Instead of saying for delivery or to take away, they may want to know the opening hours. So that's the same principle here. We have the opening hour command with some utterance. What time does the shop close? What time it is closed? At what time you close, etc., etc. So this is exactly the same thing. Entering the flow, you will have a speak block only with the opening hours. So we are open from 10 a.m. to 11 p.m., for example. Again, nothing here. We are exiting the flow and we are going back where we were. So in this conversation, we are right when we ask for the method, the delivery method, or if you want to take away or deliver. Hopefully you get that. And another one is the promo. The thing the user can ask also, let's say we are just launching the skill, welcome to Domino Pizza. How can I help you? One of the questions can be, do you have specials or do you have promotion? And that's a way to handle that. Again, there are special offer, there's special, are there any promotion? What are the promotion? Do you have any promotion, etc. So let's have a look at it. I've added a little thing here. It's just a card block with the actual promotion visual. So right, now we have mega days and we have the stuff. Again, it's in French because I've made that for French student, but you get the idea here. And so the user will get the coupon on their phone and they will have the response that, yes, we do have promo and stuff like that. And they will go back to the last speak block. So how can I help you? To do that in a better way, you should allow user to repeat, but you select repeat dialogue, not repeat everything. This is, for example, if we are here asking for promotion, we are entering the promo flow and then exciting the promo flow to going back here. If we repeat everything, we will have the welcome to Domino Pizza. How can I help you? If we repeat the last one only, we will have how can I help you, which make more sense in our case. That's pretty much it. Let's give it a try. Let's reload that. Okay, open Domino's Pizza. Let me try to give you some internal speaker. Hopefully that will work and you will hear that. How can I help you? I want a pizza. That's the basic one, but for that one, we have a little something.
I'm sure it's not for tennis. Can you tell me what size pizza you want?
Again, a small joke just to explain that we can also handle a specific intent or target a specific thing. And for example, I want a pizza because this is something that will that a lot of users will say, even if it's obvious. Yeah, you can say I want a pizza. Okay, that's great because you are on the Domino's pizza scale. So apart from the joke, what you can learn from that is maybe the user is not really aware of what they can do. And because of this, you will learn something. And so the conversation, you can redirect the conversation on a path that you know you may need to help the user a bit more than other, just because the way they answer the first question. Let's say another example be how can I help? Another user can say, I want a large with a Diet Coke. That's not an experimented user, but that a user that used to deal with voice app and stuff like that. That's a complete another profile, and that's a good way. Just using specific intent, utterance, sorry, and intent, of course. That's a good way to better understand what is the kind of user you are dealing with. So let's go back right there. Can you tell me what size of pizza you want? Sure. So I want a medium.
Is this for takeaway or delivery?
And this is where you can ask for the opening hours. I just want to be sure because I'm used to the French version, but not yet to the English. Okay, let's try that. What's your opening hour? Hopefully this will work.
Okay, a medium beats ours.
No,
Shall we add a drink?
It doesn't work. Shall we add a drink? Let's continue for that. Shall we add a drink? Yes. So this is the basic
what kind of
yes.
drink do you want?
We are asking, okay, what kind of drink? I'm not sure I've had this one. I have in the French version. What do you have? I'm not sure for that one. We will do another one.
So we have Coke,
okay.
Diet Coke or Sprite. What kind of drink do you want?
So this one is a good one. I mean, it's already in our utterance and in our intent, so that's why it's working. Anyway, that's a good way to learn. Testing in the simulator, for example, I know that I need to add this utterance, and I will do that right after. Let me just copy that. I'm sorry, I made a mistake.
Great. You'll be able to grab your medium pizza in 20 minutes.
So let's go back right there.
Thank you for your order and bon appetit.
Good way to debug everything. Let's check the model view. Again, hitting the M key. Waiting for it to load. Okay, we're good. M key. That was the drink. No, what drink do you have? It was fine. No, it's okay. That's order. That's a French one. Okay. What time? So let's add this one. Yeah, it was not there. That's the reason why we have an issue. Okay, let's start that again. Okay, we are at the end. Great, we'll be able to get, okay, let's do that again. Testing is
Welcome
important.
to Domino's Pizza. How can I help you?
Do you have special?
Right now we have the Mega Days. How can I help you?
So again, this one works. Right now we have the Mega Day. How can I help you? So just saying the last dialogue from where we entering the flow. So that works for us. Cool. I want a large pizza with a Sprite to take away or delivery. I want a large pizza with a Sprite and not as a Sprite. With a Sprite, and it's not to delivery, it's for delivery. So this should trigger the, we got everything. We got the size, we got the drink, and we got the method. So this, we should go straight to the end.
Great. Your large pizza will be delivered to you in 20 minutes. Thank you for your order and bon appetit.
So it's working. Let's do another one.
Welcome to Domino's Pizza. How can I help you?
I want a medium pizza.
Is this for takeaway or delivery?
So no method. And because we are, you can see here, we had some, sorry, it's in the order intent. We are ordering that, saying that we want first, by the way, just to show you it's more visual like that. You can order the slot. So doing this will basically tell Alexa to say, okay, we first want size and drink, and then the mode. Anyway, this is not really the case here because this one is required. So, but it's a good thing to know that you can prioritize the slots. It's exactly the same thing right there with the intent. So if we want an intent to be to have more priority or less, let's say this one is less important, we put that at the bottom, and those at the top are the more the intent with more priority. It's not English, but hopefully you get my point. Drink intent, okay. Should be good, again. So I want a medium pizza. Yes, we were there. Okay, it's for delivery or takeaway. Delivery. We should have the...
Okay, a medium beats for delivery dot. Shall we add a drink?
Delivery dot, shall we add a drink? Let's fix that right there. Testing is important. Yep, no space here. Add a space, no more dot here. So medium pizza for, same here, medium pizza. Should be good. Shall we add a drink? And we are trying to trigger the drink intent. Hopefully this time it will work. Let's be sure using the U-turns. What do you have? What do you have?
So we have Coke, Diet Coke or Sprite. Shall we add a drink?
So again, here, it's just to make my point that you can easily add a way for the user to, and answer the user, even if it's not really in the conversation. It's just like, okay, opening a bubble somewhere to give information to the user. Let's say here, the bubble is, what kind of drink do you have? And then going to this bubble, and this one is a flow, giving the information back to the user and going back where we were in the conversation. So we have, let's say, Diet Coke.
Great. Your medium pizza with a Coke will be delivered to you in 20 minutes. Thank you for your order and bon appetit.
All right, last one, and we go to the other one. The other project is the one-shot invocation. So we use the skill a lot. We're ordering a pizza once a week, and so we don't want to go through all the conversation. Let's just use the one-shot invocation. Dominos pizza. So it can be open or launch or ask, but tell Domino Pizza. I don't remember if we do have that, but yeah, I'm not sure. Let's take the risk. To order a large pizza with Coke for delivery. Not sure about the first one. Yeah, it's working.
Great. Your large pizza
Thanks,
will
Alexa,
be delivered to you in 20 minutes. Thank you for your order and bon appetit.
And that was the one-shot invocation demo. Tell Domino Pizza to order a large pizza with a Coke for delivery. Okay, great. And the result message. So again, that's a way to handle multiple or multiple conversation with the user. If the user is in a rush or used to deal with a skill, no need for them to go through all the conversation, and they should be able to order a pizza with a one-shot invocation. And that's the point here. Let's go to the trivia. Oh, just a little thing. During the translation from French to English, I'm used to deal with this DeepL translator. So that's a great tool. They have a Mac app. Not sure if they have a Windows or for PC, but you could check that. And it's looked like that. It's not really for the translation, actually. That's going to help for sure. But as you can see, what it's doing is, apart from translating, you have some alternative right there. And this is very handy for adding more variation or alternative in your utterances. So what kind of drink? Okay. Quel type de boisson avez-vous, par exemple? So for example, let's talk back in English. What kind of drink do you have? That's not a good example because you don't have alternative, but please just give it a try. And for most of the time, that's the demo effect. You have alternative, and that's a great way to basically do this kind of stuff. Again, model view. Yeah, most of the time this will be generated by this kind of app. What time do you close? What time do you close? What time you close? What is the closing time? So you don't have to search for every kind of alternative, and that's helped a lot. Just a quick tip for that. The other part is all about random trivia generator. So as I said in the beginning of the session, we are going to work on that. Will be a 2-session project, and the first part is right now. What these things do is giving you multiple question and answer regarding certain topics. So you have the question, you have the answer. The beauty of this is they do have an API, and everything is sent back in JSON. And the other good thing is Voiceflow understands JSON, and that's easy for us to deal with that. This is the project right now. Starting to, and that's also a good thing, guys. That's the interacting part of it. If you want to add some features next week, do not hesitate to share. I was thinking of doing some translation. Just give it a look at that. But basically, why not doing using the same API? And this is English only. we should be able to, for example, grab the trivia question, do a translate. This one was for French, and do the same thing with the answer. That can be a feature. Another one, and this is something I will add in that, but is to be able for the users to select categories or topics they want the question from. So right now we are here. We have a APL or display with a small video just to hype a bit the user. Okay, we are entering the random trivia generator. We get question, actually not questions, but because we're only grabbing one for now. And this is so we're doing a post selecting some categories, and that's the beauty of it. That's why it will easy to implement like a part or logic for the user to choose which categories they want. Basically here we are targeting science, entertainment, and that's it. Anyway, you can go here to see or get documentation about the API, but that's not a simple one. No API key here. Just row question and answer, and you have some tags also about answer. So, which famous classical composer music was featured in the film Clockwork Orange? Okay, Orange Mécanique en français. Clockwork Orange. Beethoven. So Beethoven. Let's go back. So that's the first part. We are grabbing the first. We are not dealing yet with multiple questions, so we are just grabbing the first one from the JSON, the question and the answer. Let's go back to the main command flow. Then we are simply say, okay, this is the question, and we are also debugging the answer. Again, that's draft. I've just put some block in there, and this is something we work on as a team. So right now it's just debugging. We should have the question, the answer. That will be easier for us to check if the check answer flow is working. It's easier if we already have the answer. And then we are visiting all the variable, or actually it's not variable, it's they are slots. So we are visiting slots, and the little trick right there is that we have a no reply. I don't have an answer, I have no ID, I don't know, I'll pass, I don't know. So it's just to, in case of the user don't want to answer or don't have any answer for that. And the other thing is the answer intent. And here we are using multiple stuff. So during my test, I was thinking of maybe a way to grab or use multiple slots to grab or to try to grab most of the user utterances. And because we are dealing with TV series question-oriented or actor, movies, can be musician, artist, maybe that's an interesting thing to use multiple slots type. But as we will see later, we'll have to handle that. But just for you to know, right now, it's basically looking like that. The user answer is a search query. That's also why we can see in the intent that for this one, we have carrier phrase. You can't use the search query without anything. So we are, they are, she's, whatever. Like, oh yes, it's, that can be an answer for the user. If they have the response, the answer, they will say, oh yes, it's blah, blah, blah. The other one are without any carrier phrase or stuff. So again, search query, artist, musician, movie, TV series, actor. And during my test, I can see, I've seen straight away that one has more power than other. And we will see that during the test on Alexa Developer Console. So we speak the question to the user should answer. Here we are using a debug speak block. And just to make my point and see in which slot the user utterance is mapped, I've added that. So the user answer is a search query, artist, musician, etc. So during the test, we should have 0, 0, 0, 0, but not in the slots that the utterance was mapped. So that can be interesting. This one, don't close your eyes, but yeah, that's pure JavaScript. Sorry about that, but there's no many ways to do that. Actually, what we want to do is, again, and let me put that in a full screen. The interesting part for you is, so there is a lot of blah blah. That's function similarity is basically to check if the user say Madonna instead of Madonna with not the same number of N, for example. This will take care of that and give the point to the user. So or deal actually make that a correct answer. If that make same for Game of Thrones with a S or without. This will give it considers that as a correct answer. The important one here is we are making an array from the slot, the multiple slot we are using. This is what we are doing right there. And we are checking which one has something in it. So if the slot is filled by the user utterance or the value we want to grab, the other one will be equal 0. And what we are doing here is find the index using a function to do that. But basically, we are checking which array or which item in the array, sorry, very tired, as something else that 0, so is not equal to 0. And if we find something, we set the user answer, so the main slot, the search query one, and we will use that one. We use the value from the slot that's been filled. It's not telling that even me, I can presume that it's not easy to understand for everyone. So we will do a demo that make more sense, and we will go back to that after. And yes, we then compare the answer, so the one we got from the API, okay, and then versus the user answer, so the one that's the slot that has been filled in one of the different slots right there. If it's a match, valid equal 1. And exiting the code block, if valid equal 1, congratulations. We're debugging the user answer, and should be what the user said, and the trivia answer. If it's not, it's a wrong answer, but we are also debugging the user answer and the trivia answer. Go back to the main flow. So check, and yeah, that's it. Okay, we are going back to right there. Actually, we can also do that, for example. Let's try that.
What TV show featured the fictional The Raccoons Fraternity? / The Honeymooners.
What TV show features the fictional The Raccoon? So we got the question, and because we are kind of cheating here, we also have the answer. So let's say we say the honeymooner. That's just to check if our code, similarity code is working.
User, 0, artist, the honeymooners, musician, 0, movie, 0, TV, 0, actor, 0, congratulation. The honeymooners / the honeymooners.
All right. So this is to show, again, show you which slot was filled. And this, for this one, is the artist one. So the artist grabbed the honeymooner, or at least Alexa used the artist slot to grab the honeymooners. I should say the honeymooner. And the code block works fine. Similarity is good. So, okay, let's take that as a correct answer, even if the user say the honeymooner and the answer was the honeymooner. And that's great because we don't want our skill to say no if the user say the honeymooners, because it will be weird to hear Alexa say, oh no, sorry, you say the honeymooners, the answer was the honeymooners. That can hurt. And that's hurt a lot when you are French and Alexa didn't understand your English sometimes. Oh, okay, let's do another one.
What is the chemical name for lye? / sodium hydroxide.
Whoa. So here I'm just trying to see what slot is used the most. That
user, 0, artist, 0, musician, 0, movie, 0, TV, 0, actor, sodium hydroxide, congratulation. Sodium hydroxide / sodium hydroxide.
So that's funny, for example, and that's why I like to debug some the slot value, for example. Here, sodium hydroxide is actually an actor. That's good to know. And that's why it can be helpful to have and to use multiple slots. If you told me that sodium hydroxide will go to the actor slot, yeah, I will not have trust you. So that's a good way to do that. Let's do one more.
What is a group of lions called? / a pride.
Let's try to force it. Actually, it's pride should go to the search query because we have this carrier phrase here. So it's a pride.
User,
yep.
A pride, artist, 0, musician, 0, movie, 0, TV, 0, actor, 0, congratulation. A pride / a pride.
So yes, because we're using the carrier phrase here, basically we are saying Alexa to fill the search query, and it works. So that's cool. Okay, let's just do another one for fun.
Nat King Cole died in which year? / 1965.
Oh, good one. I don't have anything to handle number yet, so I shouldn't type that, but looks like no, you can do that. You shouldn't do that, but I think no, you can. So let's try. You should write the number. I mean.
User, 0, artist, 0, musician, 0, movie, 1965, TV, 0, actor, 0, code block fails / 0 / 1965.
So yeah, obviously we do not handle number yet, but the slot were working fine. And 1965 is or can be a movie. So maybe it's a movie actually. So makes sense. Okay. Yeah, that's it. So next step, handling number, removing all the debug stuff. and maybe yeah, adding a real conversation right there, and I'm counting on you right now about some features we can add. So for sure, I will add the user preferences. So saving what topic they want question from. Maybe the translate is a good one, but yeah, up to you. Yeah, I'm agree with you, Robert. Sodium hydroxide is not an actor, or maybe a Marvel superhero. Not sure. Do we have a reservation, a calendar demo for making appointment? No, not sure about that. I'm not even sure that actually Alexa has any SDK for that. They have the reminder, but not sure about the calendar. Well, the same, actually, this is a system feature, I should say. I mean, you can say that straight to Alexa. You don't have to use a skill for that. So I do understand that this is something you want to add in your skill, but I will have a look. For sure, you can use account linking with Google, for example, and use the Google Calendar API or whatever API there out there that's dealing with calendar. But not sure that there is an easy way for that right now. It's a lie, I get it. Yeah, no, I get it. Thank you. Yeah, no, not the first time for sure. But as I said, I was a bit tired today, so. No, there is no poor joke actually. Okay, that should be it. Do you have any more questions? We have actually 4 minutes before ending this. Or if Emily wants to add something, any stuff the user should know. Yeah, please try the prompt. Please try the new choice block. Deal with the else. So instead of using the pass, use the reprompt. You can do you can add more than one because you can add up to 3, and you can do randomize, and that's a great way to add more let's say, to make Alexa sounds more human, I should say. Not sure about that one, but hopefully you understand what I'm saying. Okay, so sorry, that was for the new, oh, no. Markup, of course. You guys should try that. That's so cool.
I was just about to say, I'm like, you gotta show
markup. Yeah. Yeah, that's a big one. So yeah, you can now use markup to do very cool stuff.
Awesome. The other thing that I would definitely say, if you guys are interested in hearing more about our prompt step as well as reprompts, we did just launch a tutorial on prompts, and we'll be launching one specifically about error handling and reprompts coming out either later today or tomorrow. So definitely stay tuned if you're not already subscribed to our YouTube channel, which, by the way, also has all of these Fix-It hours available to stream as well.
And I'm playing with markup. And we do have copy paste. Yes, we have copy paste. So yeah, please try that. It's amazing. Great job again from the team that worked hard on that, and hopefully you will use it a lot. That's cool. Again, I'm saying that a lot, but that's so cool. That's it. No more question. Oh yeah, presentation for the person page.